I love going to the beach. When I was a kid, my family lived about a mile from the beach and we used to walk there all the time. Other than the humidity, which made my hair even more frizzy than usual, I really miss it. With summer approaching and many places around the world opening back up, you might be planning a trip to the beach in the near future. But what if you had to share that beach with ghosts? It's not something you've probably thought about much, but some beaches have visitors who may never leave. Let's talk about Dumas Beach. Dumas Beach is located just outside the city of Surat in the state of Gujarat in western India. The city lies at the mouth of the Tapti River, which leads into the Gulf of Cambat and eventually the Arabian Sea. Surat was a major port in the 1500s and was given its name in 1520 after a water reservoir was built there. Surat is a big tourist attraction and is well known for its diamond trade. In 2011, the population was about 4 million, and a 2018 report by Oxford Economics predicted it would be the fastest growing city between 2019 and 2035, so small town it is not. Much like Surat, Dumas Beach is pretty popular. There are several shops in the area as well as a Hindu temple. During the day, the beach is bustling, but all that activity stops at night when ghosts and evil spirits are said to roam. One unusual thing people keep pointing out about the beach is that at least some of the sand is black. As the story goes, the beach used to be a cremation ground, and the sand turned black from all the ashes spread there. Some sources just called it a burial ground. By the way, just a little bit of context here. About 77% of Indians are Hindu, and from what I could find online, most Hindus cremate their dead. I can never figure out just how long the body was usually cremated after death. Numbers range from 24 hours after death to up to 2 weeks. I'm no expert on Hinduism, but I'd imagine the length of time varies and is based on things like location and circumstances. There might also be different sects of Hindu that use different practices, but again, I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments. One person I found in the comments section of one of my sources said there was also a cemetery near the beach that might contribute to the hauntings. I did find one nearby, Bimur Sultanabad Cemetery, about 1.9 kilometers or 1.18 miles away. Not super far, but I'm not sure it would be close enough to contribute. So what paranormal activity has occurred on Dumas Beach? Reports include whispers at night when nobody else is around, disembodied crying, full-bodied apparitions, and light anomalies. Dogs are also said to go especially crazy in the area, barking up a storm when they get there. Orbs have appeared in the photographs of people who didn't experience any other paranormal activity there. There are also rumors that a man was once found dead on the beach and that people disappear from the beach at night and are never seen again. A few sources also mentioned a haveli or mansion on the beach. This mansion is reportedly the home of a former sultan and is said to be haunted as well. I couldn't really find any details about the hauntings. But is Dumas Beach really haunted? Well, maybe not. For starters, the stories about people going missing or being found dead on the beach are just that, stories. There's no evidence that anyone has ever gone missing or that any bodies have ever been found in the area. If they had, wouldn't their names be public? I do a lot of true crime videos on this channel, and I've never heard about a person going missing without their name being released. Usually you would want the name of a missing person out there so they'd be easier to find. And if there was a body found on the beach, surely there would be some sort of investigation, but again, I could find no evidence of it. So unless I'm missing something, I think it's safe to write these stories off as false. A few commenters I found online said they'd lived in the area their whole lives and had visited the beach numerous times, but never heard any stories about paranormal activity until they found them online. One writer from the website Buddy Bits said something similar, and a team from that website went out to the beach to find out the truth. They asked shopkeepers in the area about the hauntings on the beach, but all of them said the beach wasn't haunted, even the one shopkeeper on the third beach, which is where the cremation ground supposedly is. Apparently the beach is made up of 4 separate beaches or areas. I'm not really sure. Anyway, the Buddy Bits team didn't see anything unusual for the first day or so. Then they noticed something strange in their photographs. When they looked it up, they realized they were orbs in the pictures. Despite this, they were skeptical that the beach was haunted and wrote off the ghost stories as exaggerated and irrelevant. But what about the black sand? Did that really result from the ashes of the dead being scattered? Probably not. The Buddy Bits crew included a photograph of a cemetery on the ground, so there are bodies buried there, but black sand itself is actually not all that crazy. It's actually pretty common at beaches and is caused when the waves in the water aren't strong enough to carry away heavy minerals in the sand. So let's talk about dogs going crazy in the area, supposedly sensing paranormal activity. I don't know if you've ever met a dog, but they tend to bark at the smallest of things. Every time I go for a walk around my neighborhood and see people walking their dogs, or just walk by a house that has a dog and the dog is in the yard, that dog will lose its mind and bark furiously at me until I walk away. Seriously, it's really annoying. I want to share one more thing from a blog entry attempting to debunk the legends. This blog was written by Vargas Khan, who I mentioned briefly in my video on Charleville Mansion, which is also in India. In the comments section of this blog entry, someone brings up the Ganges, a sacred river in India where bodies are often dumped. A 2015 BBC report mentions over 100 bodies being recovered from the river, most being put there by families who couldn't afford cremation. Yet with all these bodies, nobody ever talks about the river being haunted. So why would Dumas Beach be considered haunted but not the Ganges? So that's all I have for you today on Dumas Beach, and of course I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think this beach is really haunted, or do you think it's all rumors, or at the very least exaggerations? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share it. And for more dark content, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting that bell. Thanks for watching and have a creepy day. Bye guys.